Sweat drips all over his body as he pants like a wild animal. Kyotani can't believe they lost their match against Karasuno. He's been training most of the day, but for some reason it doesn't feel like it was enough, so he pushed a little more, extending his training time before calling it a night. If the gym didn't close for the night, he probably would have kept going. His spikes were getting powerful and his body is in top form. Still, he has a lot of room to improve, and he knows that. On his normal path to his home, he noticed someone leaning on a lamp post. He swore he met this person before, and when he walked closer he finally recognized him. It's the annoying guy. It was Yamaguchi Tadashi, the pinch server. Kyotani didn't really remember his name. All he remembers is that this guy is one of the reasons his team lost. Even though they managed to win that set, the pain of not being able to properly call a ball out or not getting his serves infuriated him. He even remembered how he almost got hit in the face too. So Kyotani went up to him, to issue him to a challenge. Arm wrestling seems to be the easiest one to do anywhere really, plus it's an old-fashioned way of showing one's strength. If they didn't beat Karasuno, perhaps beating one of them is enough to calm him down. Oi, you with the annoying serve. As he got close his eyes widened a little when he saw the freckled boy's sad expression. Oh hello there, can I help you with something? Yamaguchi turned to him when he noticed him approaching. His eyes were a bit puffy, so he was clearly crying just now. Oh, you're from Aoba Josai, right? The mad dog just nodded, just staring at him with an intense gaze. God damn it, he thought to himself. Before he can issue his challenge he had to find out if he's in top form. After all, it's a bit unfair to compete with someone who doesn't feel like giving it a all. The victory won't be as satisfying. You. Okay. He struggled saying the words. He's not used to asking someone how they are. But if he wished to know his condition he had no choice but to. Yamaguchi forced a smile, before speaking. Yeah, I'm fine, I was just going out for a walk. With that much luggage, Kyotani eyed the big bag laying on the ground next to him. He knows the look of someone who left or run away from home and wasn't planning to return for quite some time. There are no nearby motels or hotels here, you know. The freckled boy just stared at the ground, thinking of how cozy it looks right now. Don't worry, I'll manage. Then it turns quiet for a moment. Kyotani usually loves the quiet. He especially learned to love it more when he met Oikawa, who was usually talking a lot, but this time, the silence didn't feel right for him. You can crash at my place if you want. Yamaguchi snapped his attention to him, both confused and surprised about what he just said. Huh, really? It's no big deal. I live alone. You can sleep on the couch. Not that comfortable, but it's way better than the floor. Are you serious? Yamaguchi stuttered, holding his bag tightly off the ground. Kyotani just glances at him, before walking ahead a little. He stopped after reaching a certain distance, waiting for him to walk beside him. Yamaguchi awkwardly picks up his bag, turning around quickly to make sure he don't leave anything behind before trying to catch up to him. I don't have money right now, so I'll be sure to. Don't sweat it, just follow me. I'm tired too. He wasn't lying. For some reason, looking at his expression made him feel tired too. That, and he did practice for 5 hours straight. Of course, Yamaguchi was a bit hesitant at first, but the angry-looking guy didn't seem like a bad person. Yamaguchi is the type of person who believes the good in everyone, no matter how much of a piece of shit they are, or treats him badly. He should know, since his best friend is literally one of the saltiest people on earth. Sure, he could have asked Suki or any of his teammates for help and they would have gladly would, but Yamaguchi felt like he was going to burden them too much, and that's the last thing he wanted. Now he's going to stay the night with someone who he didn't know their name. And it's kinda too late to ask. Who even skips the introduction and just goes sleeping on their couch? They do. The way you stare is pretty stupid. You hungry or something? Kyotani turned to him when he noticed the freckled boy staring at him. The freckled boy looks like a nervous puppy right now, and it was seriously bothering him. Oh, no, it's nothing, it's just. Don't worry, I'll cook some chicken later. You can have some. Yamaguchi waved his hands in front of him, stepping back a little. No, that's not it. It's just, well, he paused for a while, scratching the back of his head. I'm Yamaguchi Tadashi, by the way. What's yours? You were nervous about that. The Mad Dog said with a disappointed look. Yamaguchi just turned away, laughing nervous for a bit. Kentaro Kyotani, he said before burying his hands in his pocket, resuming to walk. Can I call you Kyo? Why? It's easier, plus it kinda sounds nice, right? He smiled brightly. Kyotani scratched his cheeks a little, thinking to himself. Wait, does it really sound nice? It is easier, but wait a minute. He pauses for a while, realizing that this must be some sort of challenge. You sneaky bastard. No, he said with an almost proud tone. Just call me Kyotani. No nicknames. Ah, okay. Yamaguchi crossed his arms, pouting a little. I win. Kyotani thought to himself, smirking a little as they continued to walk. It was a quiet walk home after that. Kyotani was never good at conversation, and Yamaguchi doesn't feel like talking too since he's still preoccupied about what happened to him back at home. Thinking back, why did Kyotani even offer to stay with him? Was he that desperate to defeat his enemies? Kyotani didn't really imagine having someone else stay at his house, let alone sleep there. Sure, it was a little spacious for someone living alone, but he never even let his own teammate visit him because he found him annoying. So he was definitely confused by his own actions and decisions too. When he glanced over Yamaguchi and saw his quiet expression, he immediately knew why. So, this is what I looked like the day I ran away from home, huh? He thought to himself. To be continued.